What do youths hope to see in Singapore in the future? People with strong morals. That is what majority of students who attended the Pre-University Seminar 2012 voted for. The lack of social graces and moral values among Gen Y has become an issue among some youths who raised their concerns during the Q&A session with Deputy Prime Minister Hean.
Throughout my education in primary school, secondary school, we have always have something called the civics and moral, as well as this kind of social lessons you have with little booklets and stuff like that. So when that happens, it usually spurs off one time of emotions where we feel the need to help others. But over the long run, for this kind of values for myself, I pick it up from my family and not really from school. So do you think that this kind of implementations are really that effective, or are they just waste of time?
It's really difficult to sort of implement a kind of like a altruistic policy that would handle this something so intangible as moral degeneration. But if there were, do you think? So my question was: do you think that there would be any kinds of concrete policies? There wouldn't be, right, sir?
DPM Teo responded by saying that values are determined by what the population practices and the role of policymakers is limited.
I think in the end, the society will determine the values that we have. The government can try and shape these by placing certain sort of key markers and pillars in terms of values, which we think are important for us as a country. But in the end, I think the values that we have as a country are going to be shaped by the individuals in our society. So I can't see us saying that we will go in a direction in which the population doesn't want to go in terms of values. So the population and the community must want these as values. If you say that families are important, but then in your actual behavior, families are not important, so either you don't look after your children properly, or you don't get married, or you don't have children and things like that, and then the whole family structure collapses, then families will become unimportant in our society. So what you say, what you want, and what you do have to have a sort of correlation with each other.
Citing the recent tsunami and earthquakes in Japan as an example, DPM Teo explained how Japan won the world over with acts of human resilience and character.
If you take the Japanese, for example, they are admired the world over for their positive societal traits. For example, in the aftermath of the earthquake and the ensuing tsunami. So they actually work together. You don't see looting. You see people prepared to sacrifice even their own comforts for the comforts of others. And they're so polite to each other when they're crowded together into a small hall, a school hall or something, and they've been living like that for weeks or months. And they sort of, they make, through their politeness, their graciousness, their willingness to help each other, they make living in such very difficult circumstances much more tolerable and pleasant for each other.
For more on the concerns and worries of youths today, click on to the next clip.